The victim goes out there and blames other people. Oh, it's not my fault, it's his fault. And let me tell you why it's that person's fault. Let me tell you why it's the economy's fault, the company's fault, the training's fault, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They are constantly in victim mode, right? They're always complaining. There's some people that when the phone rings, I'm like, man, I don't want to talk to this person. Or there's some people that, let's say there's a problem to be had, to be solved. I know that when I talk to them, here's a problem that we've got to solve. Boom, boom, boom. Here's what I'm going to hear back. Oh, man. And then they're loathing on it, right? They're like, oh my God. And I'm like, I literally had a call like this today. There's no BS. I had a guy like that and I says to him, hey man, I've got 5 minutes for this call. There's some problems that we're going to talk about on one of your files. I don't got time to complain about it. I don't got time for you to complain about it. I've got time for me to tell you what has to happen, give you the game plan for what we got to do, and then move forward because I've got 5 minutes for this call. Literally, I have to say that to this guy from now on. Because whenever there's something like that, oh man. And then he even paused for a little while, almost like, dude, it is what it is, right? Remove the emotion. If this is what it is and you can't change it, let's remove the emotion behind it and go do what we got to do because we got to do it anyways, whether you complain or not. So attribute number one is that they're a victim role. They're always blaming other people. Then they complain about everything and then they justify. Oh, you know what? I'd rather be happy than rich. Money isn't everything. They do all these other BS, right? So anyways, they constantly play the victim role. And the funny thing about victims is that it's never their fault. It's always somebody else's fault. They're never going to go out there and say, hey, my bad. That's on me. I take responsibility. That's on me. They're never going to say that. Just is what it is. Don't make excuses. Here's what I learned from a mentor a long time ago. All excuses are equal. You either do or you do not, and you did not. I could care less about your excuses, especially when you constantly have excuses, because there's a bottom line. Your reputation will precede you, right? There's some people in my organization that I know, oh, so-and-so said he's going to do this. Consider it done. It's a wrap. It's going to get done. This other person said they're going to do 5 sales this month. Put them down for maybe 1. It's just fluff. Then they're not going to make the sales, and they're going to come back and make every excuse under the sun as to why they didn't achieve it. Don't make excuses. Winners don't make excuses. They take 100% responsibility. That's one of the things I missed earlier. A victim blames, complains, and justifies. You know what a winner does? They take 100% responsibility for everything every time. A leader takes 100% responsibility for when things go bad, and at best, 30 to 40% credit when things go good. Even when all of the credit is due to the leader. That's a little bonus tip for you. I have a training where it's called the Motivation Pyramid. You may have seen this in the Bulletproof Mindset episode. I went through the Motivation Pyramid. 27% are not motivatable. 60% are motivatable. They're constantly ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. And so sometimes they're coachable, sometimes they're not. I work with them this way. I give them 2 opportunities. They fall, they lose motivation. Very often it's because some of the things that we mentioned already, they're not showing up to training, they're not being consistent, they're not committed, etc., right? And I help them and I pick them up. Hey, let's talk about your goals. Remember why you started, right? What's going on? And I try to help them. I help them once. They fall again, I help them again. They fall a 3rd time, they're on their own. You pick yourself up. Plug into the system, plug into the trainings. But I don't got time to keep picking people up when they're in the middle of their pity party. When they're in the middle of complaining and justifying and explaining why this time they didn't do it and this time they didn't do it. No, you didn't do it and that's it. You're always going to have excuses. What if I go on vacation for a month? What if I get ill? I got a cold, I got a fever, I'm out for a week. Can't work. Are 1,200 people and growing going to stop working? No. That creates freedom. That's the reason why now I'm on a Friday and I could choose to be in the studio whenever I want. I could come in here. My brother, as we speak, is doing a presentation for a client right now. I just talked to him right before we started doing this. I've got hundreds of people that are prospecting right now. A ton of presentations are happening right now. A ton of installs are happening right now. A ton of people are getting prospected right now, whether I work or not. Could I go and tell my organization, hey guys, stop doing this. Stop selling solar? No, I can't do that. If I take a week or 2 off or a year off, my residual income, my passive income, continues to come in. Why? Because I've got a built-in sales organization of leveraged income. Imagine, how many hours do most people work per week? Full-time is 40 hours average, right? What if you could get paid on 400 hours of work per week? Now, that would be impossible if we were talking about you, but it's possible if you are able to create a leveraged passive income. That's why you got to create a passive income. I'm going to give you guys some tips. What are some options? You can start a YouTube channel, build an audience. As you build this audience, right now that takes time. As you build this audience, eventually YouTube will pay you money for the views. You've got to get, I think it's like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of view or something along those lines in order for YouTube to start paying you. YouTube pays me about $300-400 a month. It's not a lot of money. My channel's fairly new. It's been around for a long time, but I didn't use it for these purposes, right? About a year ago, I started using it for these purposes. I'm making about $300-400 a month. It's fun. It's social. It networks with people. It gives me credibility. Now they just started paying me $300-400 a month, and I'm like, cool. You know, that's a little bit of gas money. That's gas money for a week, right? But guess what's happening? Now, let's say, for example, you build that YouTube channel, you're growing it. All of a sudden, you start making money from YouTube. All of a sudden, you have affiliate partners, kind of like I mentioned, Marketing Boost, smartsalesrep.com. You could go to my link, okay, and register, and I'd greatly appreciate it if you see value in that model. But check this out. Now you've got your YouTube channel. I'm just giving you an example. You've got your YouTube channel that you do at your leisure. Maybe you like to cook, right? And you do it on cooking. Me personally, I love fights. I have some incredible fight predictions as we speak this weekend at UFC 282. I think Adesanya against Alex Pereira. I think Alex Pereira is going to knock him out in the fourth, right? The point is, what if that was me watching this video? I'm like, I like UFC fights, and I'm pretty good at making picks. And, you know, I got some buddies that like UFC. Why don't we just start a YouTube channel? It starts as a hobby. But you get it going, you start to get some views, and eventually, boom, YouTube is paying you. Now you're making a passive income because even your old videos make you money. You guys follow what I'm saying? But what if you start getting some affiliate programs? If you look at a lot of these channels, they say, hey, by the way, guys, like some of these MMA channels that I watch, they promote The Ridge. One day I'll probably be promoting The Ridge. I like that wallet. I don't have it yet, but you know, I like it. And I might become an affiliate of them. Some people are going to buy The Ridge anyways, and these people promoted this video sponsored by The Ridge wallet. This video sponsored by this VPN company. This video sponsored by whatever. And they make commissions and passive income if it's a monthly recurring fee of these services. You know what's funny? When I started in network marketing, I started calling friends because that's what I was told to do. And that is what you should do, even if you're not in network marketing. I mean, shit, let's face it. What if you're a real estate agent? You just got your license today. Wouldn't it be a good idea for you to go out there and call as many people as you know, especially homeowners, to let them know at the very least that you are now a licensed realtor? Of course, that'd be a good idea. If you opened up a restaurant, wouldn't it be a good idea for you to call your friends, family, and neighbors to let them know, hey man, I just started my own restaurant down the street. It's called Mama's Cafe. It's a brunch place. By the way, shout out to Mama's Cafe in Whittier, California. That's my buddy Melvin and Carla out there. They just opened up that restaurant. But that's what he did. He tells me, JC, I'm opening my own restaurant. I'll keep you informed. Sounds good. When he had his pre-launch, he told me, guess what? We went and supported his business. So whether you open up your own business, your own restaurant, whether you join the insurance world or the real estate world or whatever industry you're in, the solar industry, wouldn't it be a good idea for you to market to your warm market, or at the very least let them know that that's what you do? Of course it would. But for some reason, people have a problem with network marketing. Let's be honest. And here's how I know this. This is why this particular thing I just said is so important. I was doing a training at a real estate company once, and I was asking how many people here can honestly say that over 200 people know beyond the shadow of a doubt that you are in the real estate industry. Again, it was a real estate office. Very few hands went up. One guy mentions how his neighbor, right, when a for sale sign popped up on his house, his neighbor that he has barbecues with, a for sale sign went up and it wasn't with him. Then he talks to the guy tells him, bro, I didn't know you were a realtor. How come you didn't tell me you're a realtor? I just signed with this other company. I'm selling my house. And I told the guy, you know why? Because you don't deserve his business. How long have you been neighbors with this guy? I think over 6 years. I said, in 6 years, this guy doesn't know that you're a realtor. You were a secret agent, therefore you don't even deserve his business. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video of the Driven Not Given podcast. And hey, listen, show me some love, man. Like this video, comment it, share it with your friends. Tell me some other attributes of quitters that I may have missed. Put them in the comments. And with that being said, I'll see you guys at the top or from the top. Take care.